Right then, I'm absolutely terrible at doing voiceover, but I want to introduce the video. Basically, we've ridden from Leicester, down through France, into Germany, through Switzerland, into Milan, parked our bikes at Milan, flew to Ibiza for a stag and hen do, flew back to Milan, then up through the Italian Alps, down through France, into the Pyrenees, into Spain, and then got the ferry back from Bilbao, back up to Portsmouth and rode back up to Leicester. All in all, about 2,070 miles, I think. Yeah, amazing trip. Didn't have any issues whatsoever with the bikes. I was on the Tenere 700, Ross was on the Tiger 800. But yeah, flawless. Recommend it to anyone. A lot of miles to do in the short time we had, but cracking trip. Hope you enjoy the video. Made it to France. I think we've done 200 miles so far on our Ibiza/Euro road trip. But yeah, keep aiming for Strasbourg. We'll see how far we get. Trick cars, looking nothing about. I'll record this one, see if it works. See if it works. Hey, it's lit up, finally. That doesn't mean it's gonna work. My first one was flawless. My first one worked perfectly. There you go, €10. Spent loads on toll booths today. So this is where we ended up staying last night. Some German guy's back garden essentially. It was on Airbnb. There's a pitch, 21, 25 euros, I can't remember, 20 something euros. And you can basically come and pitch in his back garden. It's like Michael Barrymore's bloody swimming pool. Grim. Especially bloody dead body floating in it. But yeah, we're the only ones here. It was too dark to film anything last night, so here we are. Had a little blast down the autobahn from Strasbourg to wherever we are in Germany, about an hour into Germany, near the Swiss border. We're heading to Switzerland today. Carry on down to Milan to fly to Ibiza. had to engage full rubber Johnny mode in the waterproof suit because we're in North Italy. This is the little Airbnb we stayed in last night. Cheaper than a campsite. Nice little kitchen and whatnot. Nice little family let us use the yard. But yeah, the weather's looking a bit crap for the ride to Milan airport, so yeah, full rain suit engaged. Last night's accommodation. Come to Italy, they said. It'll be nice and sunny, they said. Absolutely not. We've made it to the airport. Well, the airport parking anyway. A very, very, very wet day in Milan. So wet, yeah. Not the part of the trip which I thought was going to be wet, to be honest. I thought it'd be wetter going down through France and Italy, France and Switzerland, but we ended up having a nice dry run down there and then a very wet Italian journey. But hey, what can you do? Can't control the weather, can you? So yeah, onwards to Ibiza. Let's go. Had a couple of heavy days in Ibiza. Didn't really record much because it's Ibiza, we all know what happens in Ibiza. But yeah, we've landed back in Milan and it's absolutely hammering down again. Got a 2-hour ride to near the border of France and then wake up in the morning and hopefully it'll be dry. We had booked an Airbnb though because it was cheap. So yeah, keep you posted. Got his full Johnny suit on. Airbnb from last night, rode from the Malpensa airport to somewhere in the north of Italy near the French border. Got some snow-topped peaks outside, about 4 degrees Celsius, so yeah, it's chilly, it's a chilly morning. Yeah, we had a wet start to the ride last night, but then it dried off. Managed to get here in about 3 hours, about 200 kilometres from the Malpensa. Like a little ski style apartment, decent. Although we did have a power cut. Yeah. Had to get the Airbnb guy out to come and flick the power back on for us because you can't have the heater and the shower heater on at the same time. But one of them, innit? Should have a nice ride through the Alps again today. Just loaded about literally half a kilometre up the road from where we stayed last night, and there's a sick old hill fort. Look at the scenes. Final night. Got a nice little log cabin just to sleep in for the night. Give us a chance to get our tents dry and whatnot. Nice little campsite, well, whatever it is, holiday park. Yeah, riding through the Pyrenees today was absolutely unreal. Yeah, worth all the miles on the motorway to get there.